Market update here on the 1st. So I'm just looking at here, zoomed out, looking at where we have retraced to already. We retraced past the 0.23 fib. Looking at all these charts, and with all the work that I do with Elliott Wave, I think it would be pretty dumb to be bearish here. Show you why. Again, we broke outside the parallel line. That's the first check mark to being bullish here. So that usually signifies a wave 3. And then we get this move right here today down. And this part right here was actually kind of tricky. So I went through this count, and I guess it ends right here, and this is the start of a 4th wave. It's kind of a tricky count. Yesterday, it looked great. It was going great, and I was actually in some 0-day to expiration options, and then we got this move right here, which invalidated pretty much everything at that point in time, in my opinion. So really looking at this, I guess it ends right here. It's not a very clear 5th wave, but this is the very top right here. And from that top point, we've gotten an ABC move, and then we bounce back into, if this is going to be a 5-way move, we bounce back into the 1st wave. So it's not, it's ABC. And currently, I believe that we are in a 4th wave. It could be a B wave as well, but I would say it's more than likely a 4th wave. And there's a chance it can go down a little bit lower on Monday, but I think that there's a very good chance that next week we are going higher, and my target, if we do go higher, is going to be $395, $396, just because this looks like a 5-way move to me. We've already completed an ABC move, and so my suspicion before was that we were going to do this, but this has gotten too bullish, and so I think 5 waves is more than likely the probable scenario going forward for next week. So I'm looking for like 395. So that is another 6%. But I'll show you some individual charts that will actually make it look a little bit overall like it's more likely. So I pretty much changed my portfolio today. I'm slightly bullish in my portfolio. Still have some bearish positions just in case I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong and it goes down here, I can get out of the bullish positions, and then my portfolio will be pretty bearish overall. But if it starts bullish, then I can get rid of the bearish positions and just ride the bullish ones up. So, but this could be a quick move too. We could get a 5th wave that ends potentially next Friday. So we might be looking at next Friday as a top in the market, and then that next week we start a big sell-off, because if we finish 5 waves here, remember this is going to be either ABC, or that would finish a 3rd wave. So after next week, or whenever this finishes, if it plays out, if we make a new high, I would want to be out of all bullish positions at that point, because we're either going to get this or potentially this. So a video I did probably 6 or 7 months ago, I talked about the length of time this took. This took 11 months. We are now at 11 months. Yeah, we're at 11 months here in mid-September. So if you're looking at time length for a B wave, it usually is about the same length as the A wave. So you better watch out. As soon as this comes and tops out right here, let's say it's next week, or maybe it's on the 15th or OPEX, then we're going to see some fireworks to the downside going into late September, October, and potentially into 2024 for a C wave down, or we're going to end up getting something like this again and probably get some kind of crazy fifth wave higher. So I'm not sure which one's going to play out, but I just know that after this move here, I want to be out. I want to be out of all my bullish positions, and let's see what the correction does. Are we going to get a big move down? If it's a move down here, it's going to be a 5-wave move. If it's a 4th wave, we're going to get a corrective move, and then we'll be looking to go long again. So that's my thoughts on QQQ. I am more bullish than bearish for next week. I think we probably finish this move by next Friday, though. So that would be another 6% in the next week. We'll see. Microsoft is one of the main charts that I'm just like, there's no way that this ends right here. I thought there was a chance that it could go to new lows like that. And I guess there still is, but this right here looks just like a very slow developing 3rd wave to me. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We do not come back into the 1st wave. I would not be surprised if Microsoft has some kind of crazy move early next week. The minimum that I want to see this go to is like 340. So there's a gap at 335. I'd want to see 340. So maybe get something like this. Maybe that's it. If that's the case, or it could finish a 3rd wave right here. I guess the minimum 3rd wave is 346. So that is like a pretty big move. That's like a 6 or 7% move on Microsoft. So I'm not sure where this is going to go to, but just based on where this went to in the pullback, I would say 340 minimum, potentially up here to 346. And who knows, maybe Microsoft will be one of the main drivers of this move higher. I'm long Microsoft right now just because I don't see a lot of risk, to be honest, on the downside. Even if you look at standard deviations on here. So on the 128 day, if we go to 340, we'd be at the top of this range. And that's fine. I'd probably be pretty neutral at that point because we'd complete an ABC move and then potentially get the next wave down here to 302 maybe. Let's just see. Or that's possible, or it completes 5 waves. So 1, 2. We'll see. That will take a lot longer to develop. That would be a top here is at 365. It would have to go up 10-15% to get to new highs. So I would say it's probably more likely that this is going to end up being an ABC move, but I still expect at least 340 on it. Another reason why I'm bullish. And then maybe what's setting up here is an overall move like this. And then when this 4th wave hits and it's finished, then we get the blow off top or whatever goes to new highs, and that's when Microsoft flies up here to like 390 or so. So I think that this could be still a B wave, and it probably is still going to be a B wave, but it's going to be enough to get QQQ probably to new highs. So Microsoft looking for ABC to 340 minimum, and then probably downside, and then Tesla. When I originally had it at 258 as a top, this is looking pretty bullish to me as well. If we zoom out here, again, we got an ABC move down. That took about 2 months. And then we got this move right here that took about 12 days. Pulling back here. This move looks very corrective to me. Even though this is a huge move down, Tesla seems to do this a lot. We get A, B, we make a new high here, and then we get a huge move down. I think this is a C wave right here. And I think that Tesla can still go all the way up to 290. So I don't know what it is. I think they have a Cybertruck like event this weekend. But if you just look at where the minimum of this goes, that's taking us all the way to 300. So there's a gap fill at 290, and there is potential for this to go all the way up here to 300 and make an ABC move, same as Microsoft basically. And then we'd be looking at probably something back down here to like 200, and then probably get a new highs. So that would end up being a ending diagonal. So and yeah, that's kind of the path that I see on Microsoft, and I see that on Tesla. Apple. So Apple, again, another reason why I'm bullish. It clearly breaks through the parallel line and then just kind of chopping around here. It never filled the gap either. So we could see Apple go to new all-time highs as well. Or maybe it comes up here and double tops, and then we get a correction for a second wave down on Apple. But either way, that's bullish from here. Gap fill at 190 has not been filled. There's also one at 195, has not been filled, obviously. So another chart that's showing we're probably going to go higher. NVIDIA. So NVIDIA hit the 0.5 fib. This move right here, I'm kind of neutral on NVIDIA. This could pretty much go either way. There is still a gap down here at 435. But even if it does go down there, it might bounce back up here. It could make a new high as well and then fall down. So this could be a fourth wave as well. It looks like 5 waves to me though, but let's just see. Yeah, NVIDIA is not one that I would touch right now. I would be touching Microsoft, Apple, Tesla. So I'm kind of neutral on NVIDIA without going into too much detail on the chart. Let's go over to Amazon. So Amazon made a nice move higher here over the last 4 or 5 days, and I think I had this as a B wave, but let me zoom in here and just see. We'll see what happens at Amazon next week. I haven't done my count on this, so trying to do it on the spot might take me a little bit more digging into it. So I'm going to leave that one for now. But I mean, the overall count obviously is third wave ended right here. And then we get the ABC move right here. Wait a second. I'll dig in this one more this weekend. I need to do the count over again. Let's go over SPY. So SPY, another chart, another example of why. I mean, this is just a classical setup right here. You have a big third wave up here, and you get a corrective move off the top. So corrective, I mean right here, you can see clearly we have A, B, potentially C down here a little bit lower. It could come down here like early next week. And then I'm looking for this gap fill at 455, but probably going to go even higher than that. We're probably going to go to 462 would be my target. And that would complete the overall third wave or the C wave. So again, same setup as QQQ. ABC with an extended C wave, or we're looking at more than likely something like that. So I am bullish on this for now. The only way that this could be a ABC move again would be an extended C wave. That doesn't happen very often. So this is most likely a third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave higher to complete the overall third wave. And that is going to be the top most likely in the next couple of weeks. And I mean, if you do Elliott wave, it'd be a disservice to yourself if you do all this work and everything is pointing to it going higher, and then you listen to people talking about being bearish, and so you kind of just discredit your own opinion. So everything I see is bullish. Obviously, there's invalidation levels. I'll go over those real quick right now. Invalidation on SPY would be if we drop below 445. So anything below 445, I would be bearish, because that would mean that this was an ABC move, and then we're looking at it like this. So 445.27 on SPY. On Tesla, it's kind of hard to say on Tesla. There isn't really an invalidation level because it's a corrective move. So even if it comes down here to 240, it's still going to look, in my opinion, like ABC, because the reason I have 240 is that is a demand zone right here. And then let's just see the length here. And 240 could definitely happen on Monday morning. They flush everybody out again, and then they move it up here later in the week. So not really an invalidation level on Tesla, but if it did break below 236, I'd be kind of worried. Apple would be below 181, like the total invalidation level, but I would not want to see it go below like 184. Microsoft is a very, very clear invalidation level right here. If it breaks back into 326.14, then it's invalidated in my opinion. So it's still up there right now. It really has to go on Monday morning. So I will leave it at that for now. Maybe I'll do a video later in the weekend, but everything is looking great for a move higher. You can see on the daily here on Microsoft as well. We are sitting at the very bottom of the standard deviations on the daily. Let's check out Tesla real quick. Tesla, so it's still kind of towards the bottom. If it gets up here to 290, then it can come back down here to 200 easily. That wouldn't even be the top of the 2 standard deviations. Apple. And Apple still close to the bottom. 195 would be right in the middle. Not a big deal. Nvidia. Nvidia could go higher as well. This actually looks, on the daily, it actually looks like a 5-wave move, but this did come back into the first wave if that was the case. So we'll see what happens with Nvidia on Monday. Amazon. About the same spot as everything else, towards the lower of -2 standard deviations. So that's pretty much it. I just showed you why more than likely we're going to go higher in the next couple of weeks. Everything is pointing towards that. And again, there's invalidation levels, but overall, I'm looking for 390 to 400 on QQQ and about 460 on SPY. So that's it. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Are you bearish? Are you bullish? Let me know if you have any tickers you want to be looked at. And I'll catch you in the next video.